Okay, just a very interesting topic is what I am going to teach you now. How to use foreign words in English. Okay, certain words are always derived from French, from Latin, from German and all that. Mainly we have a lot of French words which have been used, okay, or which have been accepted in English language. And these words, the proper pronunciation and the meaning you should know when you have to use English freely or fluently. Okay? So, you should know the meaning of these words, otherwise it will be very difficult to use it or even to comprehend or understand these words. I am going to give you 15 select words, foreign words, and the meaning of it and also how to use it. Okay, first one, status quo. Okay, I will just write here the heading as foreign words. Shall we go ahead? Okay, first word I am going to teach you is status quo. In the former state. This is what it means. Okay? Status quo means in the former state. As our manager lacks novelty, he follows the status quo the status quo of the system. Okay? Now you try to understand. Status quo means in the former state. As a manager he lacks novelty. Novelty means some newfangled ideas, some new ideas. As he lacks novelty, he follows the status quo of the system. The status quo is a foreign term and you have to know the meaning. What is the meaning? In the former state. Okay? As a manager lacks means he does not have any new creative ideas. He follows the former state of the system. He is simply copying the former state of the system. Okay, next one, adieu. This is a very common term. Adieu means goodbye. Adieu means goodbye. I went to the airport to bid adieu to my friend. Was leaving for Germany. Okay. Adieu means goodbye. There is a difference between au revoir and adieu. Okay? Au revoir is just saying goodbye for a short time. That is, if you are bidding, if you are going to say bye to someone and you are going to meet him the next day or next week, you say au revoir. Or even tomorrow, if you are going to see them, you can say au revoir. Okay, this is a French term, and adieu is also a French term, but you say this when you are going to be separated for a long time. Okay, so I went to the airport to bid adieu to my friend who was leaving for Germany. So it may be a long time that you are going to, long time since you are going to see your friend. So you are bidding adieu. So you can also use au revoir, but not for a long separation, just for a short separation. Okay, the next word is pro forma. This is a very common term used for, they may say fill in your pro forma, that is a form. Okay. You can even say curriculum vitae, or you can say biodata. Pro forma is nothing but your biodata. Okay. We were asked to fill in our pro forma for the new job. Okay. So to enter into a new job, you may have to fill in your biodata. So you were asked to fill in your pro forma. Next one, protégé. This is also a French word, protégé. And look at this grave accent. Accent grave they say in French. You have a small little dash on top of the E, and that gives a different pronunciation. Protégé we say. Protégé means a person who is helped and taught by an expert. Who is helped or taught by an expert. It may be for dancing, it may be for any sport, or it may be even for any other skill, okay, singing, anything. He is my protégé means he is a person who is helped or taught by me. Like if you are a skilled person, you can say that somebody else is your protégé. And how do you pronounce this word? J, protégé. This accent grave is there. So let's write a sentence. My sister is the protégé of the famous singer M.S. Subbulakshmi. Okay, do you understand now the meaning? My sister is a protégé of the famous singer M.S. Subbulakshmi. I am sure all of you know M.S. Subbulakshmi is a very famous Carnatic singer or vocalist. Next one, incognito. incognito. Now have I underlined pro forma and adieu and protege here. Okay. Next is incognito, means in disguise. If you read a lot of good books, English books, you will come across all these foreign words. Okay? So, you need not go and look into a dictionary. Now that you know in the spoken English CD, you are learning even foreign words, so you can use them fluently in your flow of English. Okay, in disguise. The Interpol officers, do you know what Interpol is? International Police. The Interpol officers went to Pakistan incognito to catch a terrorist. Okay? Incognito means in disguise. The Interpol officers went to Pakistan incognito to catch a terrorist. Do you understand now the meaning of it? In disguise. Disguise, do you know? Like covering up their true identity, they go as a different person altogether. Okay? One more we will write here and then we will go on to the rest. Next one, lingua franca. This also is a very common term. Lingua franca is a language commonly used. Lingua franca, common language. Okay. What is the lingua franca of the people in US? Say, the lingua franca of the people in US is English. What is the lingua franca of the people in Spain? It is Spanish, isn't it? So, do you understand now the meaning? Lingua franca means it is a commonly used language in a particular place. I will just write here Spanish. Even in Mexico they use Spanish only. Spanish is the lingua franca of the people of Spain. Okay. So, do you now understand now the meanings of all these words? Because foreign words, you have to use them in your mode of speech to enrich that language. Okay, to enrich English language, you have to use these words. People will really have a very high opinion of you. We will go through it now. Status quo. In the former state. As a manager lacks novelty, he follows the status quo of the system. That is, he does not have any new ideas, so he follows the same old system. Adieu. Adieu is goodbye for a longer period. I went to the airport. I went to the airport to bid adieu to my friend who was leaving for Germany. So, she has gone to Germany, maybe she may not return for a long time, so you went to bid adieu. But if it is for a shorter time, it is au revoir. Okay, au revoir. Both the words are French. Pro forma. Pro forma means form. We were asked to fill in our pro forma for the new job. Protégé, a person who is helped or taught by an expert. My sister is a protégé of the famous singer M.S. Subbulakshmi. Incognito, in disguise. The Interpol officers went to Pakistan incognito to catch a terrorist. Lingua Franca, commonly used language of a place or common language. Spanish is the lingua franca of the people of Spain. So, have you understood the meaning of these foreign words now? You have to use it in your own sentences when you try out new sentences in English, okay? And people are going to really wonder, where did you learn English so beautifully you speak? That too, not only English words but also foreign words. This is how you are going to impress everyone. We have learned 6 foreign words and I am going to give you some more. Okay, shall we go ahead? The next word is song, S-A-N-S, song. This is the 7th one, S-A-N-S. This is also a French word. Lot of words we have derived from French, and this song means without. Okay, without. I'll just give you, okay, at the age of 80, people are sans teeth. Do you understand now what I meant with song? S-A-N-S, S is silent, and at the age of 80, people become sans teeth or are sans teeth. That is, without, people are without teeth. All their teeth will fall away. Okay? Do you understand now what's the meaning of song? Okay, next one. Alias, okay, alias. This is also a very commonly used word, that is otherwise known as. Okay. Sanchi alias Sangavi was competing for the match. Now look at this, Sanchi alias Sangavi, otherwise known as. Sometimes even in the wedding invitation card or anything you find so and so alias so and so. That means otherwise known as. Okay, Sanchi alias Sangavi was competing for the match. Next word. Tête-à-tête. An intimate private conversation. Tete-a-tete means an intimate, private conversation. Okay, tete-a-tete. This is also a French word that is face to face or head to head. Tete in French means head. Head to head conversation, that's what it means. The Prime Minister had a tete-a-tete with the President regarding an important issue. Okay, the Prime Minister had a tete-a-tete with the President regarding an important issue. Okay, they cannot hold a public meeting. It's a very private, intimate conversation, so they had a tete-a-tete. Next one. Elite. Certain words have been used in English already. They have started using it very commonly. Considered to be the best or most important. The elite crowd, we say. Okay, the elite crowd means the most important crowd. The newly built complex is designed for the elite crowd. Many people pronounce this word as elite. It is not elite, it is elite. Elite, okay? Elite complex is designed for the elite crowd. The next one, versus. This is also a very often used one. Versus means against somebody. Okay. The case of Otto Shankar was government versus the accused. Means government against the accused. Okay, do you understand this now? Versus means against somebody. The case of Otto Shankar was the government versus the accused. Okay, means against somebody. The next one, fait accompli. Fait accompli means already happened or cannot be changed. Already happened, things already happen. That cannot be changed. Things that have already happened and which cannot be changed. Okay. Although I scored very poor marks in the board exam, I had to put up with a fait accompli. As there was no other way. Okay. Fait accompli means things already happened that cannot be changed. Although I scored very poor marks in the board exam, I had to put up with the fait accompli as there was no other way. Okay. Now we are going to see how to pronounce these words and how to use them. Okay. Song means without. At the age of 80, people are song teeth. People lose all their teeth. Alias, otherwise known as Sanchi alias Sangavi, was competing for the match. Always this alias is used very often because Mani versus Manoharan or something like that. We always have in wedding invitation cards and all with two names. One may be a pet name, one may be the real name. Next one, tete-a-tete, an intimate private conversation. The Prime Minister had a tete-a-tete with the President regarding an important issue. Okay. Next one, elite, considered to be the best or most important. The newly built complex is designed for the elite crowd. Elite means the best crowd, maybe the rich and the best crowd. Next one, versus. Versus means against somebody or something. The case of Otto Shankar was the government versus the accused. Okay, the case of Otto Shankar was the government versus the accused. Fait accompli, already happened, that cannot be changed. Although I scored very poor marks in the board exam, I had to put up with the fait accompli as there was no other way. It could not be changed, whatever was done. So he had to put up with it. Okay, now first we saw 6 words and now we've seen another 6. I'm sure you have understood the meanings of all these words and you're going to use them in sentences of your own. I decided to give you 15 foreign words. We have already done 12. I'm going to give you 3 more very commonly used ones and let's see. Okay. In memoriam. Means in memory of. The 14th one is verbatim. Exactly as spoken or written. And 15, ad hoc. These are very, very commonly used words and you should know the meaning. For a particular period or purpose only. For a particular purpose only. Okay, in memoriam. Very common word. Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal in memoriam of Mumtaz Mahal. Okay. Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal in memoriam of Mumtaz Mahal. In memoriam of his wife okay. So in memoriam is the word. So do you understand? In memory of. Next one, verbatim, exactly as spoken or written. Our English professor translated the Chief Minister's speech Okay. Our English professor translated the chief minister's, twice I've written minister, chief minister's speech verbatim. Okay. That is exactly as spoken or written, the English professor translated. Okay, the last one, ad hoc, for a particular purpose only. Our company gives ad hoc bonus before the Pongal festival. Okay, ad hoc means for a particular purpose. So, our company gives ad hoc bonus before the Pongal festival. So, for Pongal festival, for that particular purpose, they give a bonus. Everybody gets Pongal bonus, isn't it? So, our company gives ad hoc bonus before Pongal festival. Okay, shall we go through it now? In memoriam is in memory of. Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal in memoriam of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. Verbatim, exactly as spoken or written. Our English professor translated the chief minister's speech verbatim. Okay, exactly as spoken or written. Ad hoc, for a particular purpose only. Our company gives ad hoc bonus before the Pongal festival. Okay. Have you understood now? So far I have given you 15 foreign words, and I am sure you are going to make use of all these words and make your English so flowery and so very beautiful that you are going to make people feel so amazed at your knowledge of English.